Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a very special time of the update. And that is when we're approaching past the halfway point, right? When we're approaching kind of like survey time, and when we're approaching the opportunity to actually give feedback to Kuro Games, to Wuthering Waves, so that the game can become better in the future. And this is a situation over here where I wanted to really wait on this take until we all had an adequate amount of time to either explore Mengzhou or make the decision to not explore Mengzhou. And when you hear the reason for why we're having this main discussion over here today about exploration, you'll understand why. Because we've got this post right here that I feel like you're all going to be able to resonate with now that you've had the time to experience Zhuanfang and all of that. Unpopular opinion: the bike is janky and wings for flying are objectively better. The reason they're pushing bikes so much is to sell skins. And this is naturally tagging on to like the root core of the issue over here, right? This is kind of like a kind of like last step, but it's the most popular post of them all. You can see that being made 24 days ago, it is somewhat agreed upon in this subreddit. But there were some other posts as well. It's so uncomfortable to use the new motorcycle mechanic, just let me use my $10 wings. That was even before Mengzhou was released, so that was like starting to form already. And then you got polls about whether or not the motorcycle should be brought back. And then this most recent one over here that I feel like is kind of like the catalyst for everything and is likely going to be the main feeling you guys have right now, because I think this photo over here encapsulates it perfectly. Just need to let some steam off. Even after all this time, I still can't stand the bike. The controls feel janky and it's just not very agile. I love the wings from Ritacita and I still catch myself thinking this would be so much better if I could just use my wings. And this screenshot in particular, I say it's amazing to demonstrate what I'm talking about for one main reason. Mengzhou has so much verticality, it's insane. Yes, it is the land of kind of like varying like peaks going up and down and some of the craziest like sort of like jut outs, basically rock skyscrapers in the environment. And you can see them in action right over here. The end result is that, like, trying to navigate these peaks, trying to navigate this verticality with the bike, where the verticality of the bike is somewhat there, but it's a little bit janky, is one of the most harrowing and painful experiences I think anyone's ever seen. I think you all kind of, like, went through a similar thing to me over here when, you probably all went through a similar experience to me right over here when you were doing something called farming for good old soy materials. And you probably did a couple of routes over here where you were like trying to get maybe to like the shaft post yard. And let me be the first person to tell you, I'm one of those individuals that made the decision not to actually explore Mengzhou. And this is the biggest reason for why. Bro, it makes me miserable. Like, let's just say I'm trying to get up to like that waypoint, right? It's like, I can like sort of do it, but then it's like, yeah, I'm out of charges right now, so like maybe I'll get there. Okay, so it's like, you see over here, this is clearly one that's designed to work with the environment, right? But it's just simply a matter of like, okay, well now you gotta go down here. Maybe you wanna go all the way down here too. All right, so now that I'm down here, what do I do? Do you just like, I want to go there, but it's like, I want to go open up the map now and go teleport somebody somewhere else so I can begin that journey. Do you see what I'm talking about over here already? Like, it's frustrating. It's like frustrating because you oftentimes end up in these, bro, how do I turn, sorry, I need to turn that off. It's like in another language, like, and then you're like, all right, well, I can't angle it up, bro. And it's like, all right, okay, all right, wait. All right. Bro. They have like all of like these weird little gadgets and stuff, right? But they kind of like feel like, bro, they feel like mobile game ads in the game. Like, I don't really know what it is. It feels like kind of like inorganic and just like, oh, right, and then, that's just the short gameplay demo over there. Now let's just now let's go back to some glory days, right? We all Like, let's just go back to some glory days over here. I feel like this is a great location for us to take a look at, right? The Alvarado Vault. Just imagine this in Mengzhou. I'm just telling you, just imagine this in Mengzhou and then being able to explore like this with peaks that are that high. Yeah, I'm being so for real with you, bro. Like just conserve your flight energy too. Do you see what's happening here? It's just, when a place is made with verticality, the ability to kind of like more freely move is so much more conducive to actually exploring the environment, right? So much more conducive to actually exploring the environment. And my personal take is this. The statement here is probably 100% right. Unpopular opinion. The bike is janky and wings for flying are objectively better. The reason they're pushing the bike so much is to sell skins. And this is a fair point of critique to make, right? This is a fair point of critique to make because the bikes have the potential to have skins that are far more appealing, right? That a player will actually want to get because you feel like you're getting more for, well, like you're getting like more rendering, more customization, more actual stuff for the money that you're spending. And I think the solution is truly just this simple, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you just turn all of these bike skins also into like dual purpose skins? Just retroactively go in and turn all of these into glider skins as well. And so when you buy one, you get the glider skin too. Just make every equipment cosmetic retroactive as well, because it's like, I'm gonna be real, most of the work over here is designing the PNG, right? And they just slap it on the vehicle. That's the main type of customization we're getting, right? We're customizing the PNG that shows up on the side, then slapping it on the car. Maybe this one's a little bit different, but like, you know, it's a premium one, right? It costs extra, so you put in the extra work. There are so many ways to monetize the gliders as well. And then you kind of get like a 2-for-1 where maybe some people, they want to buy because of the glider skin, then they get the motorcycle, and then they buy for the motorcycle skin and they get the glider. But I guess this is the thing, right? This is not like a French Revolution situation. You can have your cake and eat it too here if you're Kuro Games by simply doing that. Because then you can excuse the higher price tag too on these now, right? Oh, 24, well, you actually get 2 skins. You actually get 2 skins if you buy this one. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're making the glider skin, I don't think you're doing that much extra work, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you're doing that much extra work to add a glider skin onto all of these as well. More value for the dollar, and then of course, you get the 2 birds for 1 stone to be able to sort of fix the Mengzhou exploration experience. Because I think this is another thing that obviously, the cat's kind of like out of the bag right now, and people have already been sort of like talking about it. And you've already seen Ching Zhao doing it in certain cutscenes. Yeah, people are already talking about another form of transportation that Wuxia characters oftentimes do in this universe, and that is fly on swords. So, like, at this point, right, it's kind of just like, I don't even know what the bike is kind of like doing here already, right? If that's something that's slated to be upcoming. This is, I think, the worst part about all of it, bro. Like, they added retarded shit to the map like this to make bikes feel better. And I've already talked about a couple of them before, but like, bro, what is this? Like, are you serious? Like this is what, like, wouldn't flight have just been... Oh, did my game just crash? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been getting this UE4 error so much more recently. And I don't know what it is. Everyone's getting that crash? Oh, that has to be in the new update then. Yeah, okay. So I think one of the mid-patch updates did it. Yeah, it's a new thing? Okay, because I have not crashed at all like the past week. I don't crash once, but I also don't use the bike. Is the bike causing the crashes? Are people mostly crashing when they're on the bike? It's on the bike and in Weewa. Okay, those both make sense because Weewa spawns a bunch of mobs, right? So maybe if you're like in a nightmare nest or stuff like that, it can break it. Yeah, they added shit like this to the fucking game over here that I guess like crashes your shit as well. But this is kind of, it's clunky. And it kind of makes this organic area almost feel like a giant mini game to explore. Is that having this many interactables at such like constant sort of like bursts, right? It takes the exploration experience, right, and makes it, I don't know. I feel like it's removing my I feel like it's removing the authentic feel. That's my personal take. And I think that the devs could definitely do a lot better in the rest of the region moving forward. Because right now, I don't feel like Mengzhou for a lot of people, because of the bike, is particularly that fun to explore. Because this is the big difference that I can make between these two regions. And this is where we're going to start pulling out some of the visual identifiers. The reason why the bike worked pretty well in Lahai Roi is very, very, very simple. If you were to take the sort of like design, right, the architecture of Lahai Roi, it's kind of like this, right? It's a flat line with like a couple of like peaks and like curves and stuff like that, right? Maybe like a giant block like that, but it's like, you know, it's relatively like flat, right? And so when you're like flying and stuff, right? It's like woo woohoo, and then it's like boo woohoo, and then it's like boo woohoo. You're like good, right? You're fine. There's no issues. And the biggest example of that actually shows up over here, where you go to, well, where flight was introduced in the fucking Dimir Plains. And you can kind of see that is the literal structure of Dimir Plains. It's made for the bike's type of flight. That's what it is made for. Because you don't need insane verticality over here, right? You actually feel like, even though it does go up somewhat high, bro, there's nowhere even close to the levels of what we saw before. Everything is relatively achievable. I think this is the highest peak in Dimir Plains. It's fucking up here, bro. That's nothing. And so naturally, it's not going to feel as bad with limited number of jumps and very low verticality if, well, this is the height of where you are. It doesn't go any further than this, right? And so you can effectively like glide to the end of Dimir Plains from up here. So yes, you don't have any fucking problems. You're good. That is not even close to the experience in Mengzhou, bro. Mengzhou looks like fucking this, man. Bro. This is like Mengzhou. Bro. It's like that, bro. Like, that's fucking Mengzhou. Fuck it. We need to draw some extra, man. Fuck it. That's Mengzhou, bro. That's Lahai Roi. That's Mengzhou. Bro, you gotta take this stupid ass fucking bike, right? You gotta go down. You just like booster. Wait a little bit. Booster. And then like boo do 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 do. Alright, go over here. Booster. Alright, go down. Booster. Bro! That's like the path you're fucking taking, bro. It's so frustrating. And then you get to the point where you're like down here, right? And you're like, all right, do I want to wait for like 10 seconds to like boost? Like, do I want to wait 10 seconds? Or am I just going to click this fucking menu and go teleport elsewhere, bro? If you're at the point where you're like tabbing out to like go look at your map to instead click a teleport point to continue your exploration, I think it's fucked. It's fucked compared to what we were doing before, where you kind of just went from place to place without needing to teleport, but bro, you actually feel stuck here and it's time to teleport. And remember, that little pit that I was in before, bro, like again, this experience enough should be an, oh my god. These look great, but like, now this gives me PTSD. This is how... Bro. Come the fuck. Oh, like, imagine you're over here, bro. What do you do now? Dude, I'm about to quit out the game. I'm just saying, right? Y'all have been here. Oh my, wait, bro. Dude, it's so clunky. Wait, that was my... What the hell? Give me my big jump. Where's my big jump? Bro, it's bugged. Wait, I'm out of big jumps? Bro, I don't even know the mechanics, bro. I didn't even know there were mechanics like that. All right, so yeah, I guess that is correct. All right, so after I do my 3 big jumps, all right, so let's just go through the experience of climbing this thing. Oh no. Okay, now. All right, so as you can see, as you can see, that is a rough situation over there. I actually alt F4'd the game. I actually alt F4'd the game because I didn't want to deal with that shit. It's frustrating, and that's why I don't want to actually explore it. Because I went through that experience trying to get Soy's materials, right? And I was like, dude, it's kind of pissing me off to collect ascension mats. Because I got to go from building to building and, like, fly from place to place. And, like, just simply navigating this region makes me want to not be here. And so, yeah. That's my personal take on it. That's my personal take on why we've been seeing so many posts. And hopefully, right, we're going to see some sort of adjustment for the future. Because I truly do not feel like this is a, like, fun experience for most people. And I am constantly in this state of, like, you guys know this idea, right? Where once you experience something, you can't experience it again. There's a lot of people, right, that probably wish they could erase their memory of version 3.1 and experience the iMyth story again, right? And it would be, like, amazing for them to do that. And part of me doesn't want to experience and ruin, right, the exploration of Mengzhou, because I think it's a beautiful area that looks amazing, that literally looks peak, but I hate being there because of the bike. So, like, I don't want to, like, hate explore it with the bike right now, and then just have a bitter memory of the region forever after that. Because I feel like it could be fixed. Is that fair? Is that okay? And I think that's a take a lot of people have at this point. Bike has music. Great. So does this fucking application called YouTube, you fucking moron. What the like, bro, if... Bro, add an MP3 player to the wings, bro. I don't give a fuck. Dude, if that's, like, your big selling point, go fuck yourself. Dude, are you serious? Bro, add an MP3 to the bike. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Like, why you acting like it's an exclusive? What, like you act like it's fucking like Kuro got that through a deal with Satan, and, like, they can't replicate it again. What do you mean? It's a fucking MP3, bro. Add a radio? No, it's not even a radio. It's a fucking MP3 that the game loads up when you're in the vehicle, bro. It's not that hard to do. Can we use the gay echo again? Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, we all remember that guy. Anyways, I delayed this video for a reason. Because I wanted people to actually have the opportunity to experience all of this themselves. And if you're somebody, let's just say, that has done all the Mengzhou exploration, that has explored the land of Zhuanfang, and you liked it, that's okay. But let me ask you this question. Would you have liked it more if you had a better form of flying? Would you have liked Mengzhou and its exploration more if you had a better form of flying? And I think that is an answer everybody can comfortably say yes to. I don't think there's a single person that's going to say, I think knowing how both flights work, it would have been better to have the bike one. I don't think there's a single person there. You get rid of clutter on the map. You get rid of those weird green autistic fucking flight paths that look like from... Guys... Part of, like, the weird blend is, like, the tech looks out of place to a degree, bro. Like, those little green things look like they belong in Lahai Roy. I can get the little shooters Yeah, I can get those, right? Because they just look like floating Chinese objects. But the, like, projected green pads, that's like a fucking Lahai Roy high-tech laser universe shit. Not where, like, people are wearing ancient Chinese dresses and shit, bro. Thematically, I think it's hurting the region as well. But I think you can keep them as long as you bring the flight back in. Or a different form of flying. Sword flying. I don't know. But it's just me, personally. I'm getting too frustrated navigating the landscape here. And I don't want to feel frustrated while I'm playing. And it feels like a frustration simply due to the fact that the geography. I did not feel any of this in Demir Plains. The geography is simply just not meant for the bike as a vehicle. At least not here. Maybe somewhere else, but not here. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.